Finally, the Samoan Raider has come back to YouTube. Man, what is up, Raider Nation? It's your boy Samoan Raider, and man, I know it's been a very long time, and I know I haven't done videos in forever, but you know what? That's besides the point. I'm not gonna get into all of that because the football season is finally here, and Raiders football is just around the corner, just a couple of days away. And today I'm gonna be previewing the I'm over here fucking up already. The Las Vegas Raiders versus the Carolina Panthers. Man, it's been a very long time, Raider Nation, man. Do you guys miss me? I miss y'all, man. 5 Mayock legs, believe it, baby. Shout out to everybody out there, even the Raider Nation content creators out there that's been putting in work, man. I can't name everybody, but shout out to you guys for holding it down. But with that being said, Raider Nation, let's get started with this video.
And you tell them one thing. Just win, baby.
Now, like I said before, I know I have been gone for a very long time, which no one really gives a fuck about. Anywho, I'm gonna be going over your nation news. Now, I'm not gonna go over everything that I missed, but I'm gonna go over mostly all the stuff that has been going on the past couple of weeks leading up to the season. So this is your nation news. Now, let's start off with my cousin Marcus Mariota being placed on IR. I wouldn't say it's a huge blow for the Raiders because we got the GOAT Nathan Peterman backing up Derek Carr for week 1 to 3, depending on how long Marcus Mariota is going to be out, but he's placed on IR. And with the new rules going around, placing a player on IR doesn't mean for the whole season. You can place him on IR for up to 3 weeks, and I believe Marcus Mariota should be able to come back after week 3. Now, Marcus Mariota was placed on IR due to a pectoral injury. Now, this could explain some of his accuracy issues in camp, because I know my cousin could throw really good because, you know, I taught him everything he knows. Like I said, not to worry, the GOAT Nathan Peterman will be backing up Derek Carr, and the Raiders re-signed Deshaun Kaiser to the practice squad. More of an insurance policy just in case if anything was to happen, but don't worry, I'm pretty sure our quarterbacks are going to be okay. Knock on wood if you're with me. Moving on, Tyreek Williams is out for the rest of the season. Now, Tyreek Williams has been trying to play through a torn shoulder labrum, but it looks like he will be undergoing surgery, which will sideline him for the next 6 months, basically saying that he's out for the rest of the season. Now, this is somewhat of a huge blow for the Raiders, especially looking back at last year's free agency when we thought we had a dynamic duo in AB with his clown ass, and then Tyreek Williams, who started off the year pretty good last year and then got injured and didn't really, you know, live up to what we thought he was going to be. And then coming into this year, I was looking forward to seeing him play with the younger rookies, the younger wide receivers, and all the other offensive talent that we have on this team. But the fact that he's not going to be playing this year is kind of sad because we kind of paid him to come in as that number 2, eventually be that number 1, which didn't really pan out, and now he's just going to be done on the bench. But you know what? I ain't going to stress because the Raiders did their job and went out and loaded up on the position that we really needed, which was wide receivers and more offensive targets for Derek Carr in this offense. This past offseason, we went out and drafted a speedy wide receiver in Henry Ruggs in the 1st round, and then we go out and get a big body receiver like Brian Edwards in the 3rd round to help complement this team, you know, and you put him alongside other guys that we picked up. Like in free agency, we went out and got Nelson Aguilar. Now I know a lot of people are sleeping on him, but trust me, he's going to be a nice weapon for this team. I'm not saying he's going to be a superstar, but he's going to do a lot of great things here. We still got Darren Waller on this team. We still got Josh Jacobs. We still got Third and Renfro on this team. And we still got Zay Jones, who we picked up in the middle of the year last year. And he came in, and through the whole offseason, he's been working out with Derek Carr, and he looks pretty good. So I'm saying we look like a solid team so far. Good thing we went out and picked up extra ammunition for this offense. That's why I'm not too torn on this news. Now, could this really be Tyreek Williams' last season with the Raiders? Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
What?
Then Bowden gets traded to the Dolphins. Now, this past year in the 3rd round, we drafted a Swiss Army knife of a player in Lynn Bowden Jr., who I was really excited to watch, whether we were going to use him as a quarterback, a wide receiver, so on and so forth. But I was surprised that we did put him at the running back position when he came in, and I heard he was struggling in camp, and Mike Mayock did come out and say that this was purely a business move. Yeah, sure, Mike. Sure. Honestly, I did not understand the move of moving him to running back because that's not what he really played. But I knew that he could go out and do some damage in the running back position. But I guess Devontae Booker beat him out in that position, which kind of startles me. But all in all, he's a Dolphin now, and I'm not going to hate on the guy. All I'm going to say is good luck over there with the Dolphins in Miami. Go take care of my cousin Tua. But when you play us, I hope you have the worst game ever. And last but not least, this morning, Lady Liberty was rocking that black and silver. Yes, you heard me. Lady Liberty was rocking that black and silver. Raiders! You know what I mean? Even though the Raiders will not be playing in Vegas week 1, the city has already went all out and is excited for the football season, just like us fans. We're all excited just to see Raiders football return. And I know we're going to be in Carolina, but Vegas is going crazy. And if you guys haven't already seen, they threw a Raiders jersey on Lady Liberty out there in Vegas, which is pretty dope. Vegas really turned Lady Liberty over to the dark side. TV. I don't know if you guys get that joke, but shout out to the Oos. But honestly, this is really dope to actually see a city just behind its team, and the fact that we have our own city, our own team, our own stadium in Vegas. Whoa! Got my neck and my back. And man, I cannot wait to see the Raiders play in their new stadium. It's crazy because homegirl even got her mask on. Attention to detail, right? Let's get into this preview. Now, after waiting 9 long months, Raider football is finally here, as our new Las Vegas Raiders will be going head to head with the Carolina Panthers, led by new QB Teddy Bridgewater. It's crazy to see Bridgewater come full circle versus Derek Carr. As you all know, they were both drafted the same year in 2014, in which Teddy was named Rookie of the Year, when we all knew it should have been Derek Carr, but that's besides the point. With everything that's been going on with COVID-19, it's good to finally have football back in our lives. So much anticipation this year as the Raiders' inaugural season in Las Vegas, with so many new pieces on the offense and defensive side. We shall see if it's truly the Raiders' bounce back season. But this week 1 matchup is no walk in the park, as we go up against one of, if not the best running back, or might I say offensive player, in Christian McCaffrey. We know that the defense will be put to the test against this Carolina offense. With newly acquired linebackers in Corey Littleton and Nick Kwiatkowski, we shall see if the gamble paid off in the offseason. On the offensive side, Derek Carr is still the leader of the pack going into week 1. Will he finally break out and prove all the haters wrong? The Raiders did what they could to add more offensive firepower for the 7th-year vet by drafting a speedy wide receiver in Henry Ruggs in the 1st round, then drafting a big body receiver in Brian Edwards to complement this offense. Both rookies look to be starting, so we shall see how it all plays out. If the Raiders can contain run CMC Christian McCaffrey and put pressure on Teddy Bridgewater, also take advantage of the Panthers' poor defense, then we will have a good chance of walking out of this game with a W. At the end of the day, one thing stays true, and Al Davis said it best: just win, baby. Matchups of the game. Now I have 3 matchups for this week's game. Usually I only have 1, but this week I'm just excited and I see 3 different matchups that we could see this week against Carolina. Number 1, Henry Ruggs III versus Dante Jackson. The Panthers have one of the more weaker secondaries in the NFL, but Dante Jackson looks to be their number 1 cornerback on the roster, which means he will be in charge of covering Henry Ruggs, our 1st round pick in this year's draft. Can Ruggs get the best of this Panthers secondary? That is yet to be seen with no preseason tape to look back on, but all in all, this will definitely be a good matchup to watch, especially as Ruggs' debut game. Number 2, Darren Waller versus Tahir Whitehead. The former Raiders linebacker has always been a liability in coverage, and that's where I have our breakout tight end and Darren Waller taking advantage of that weakness. Now, as for the rest of the Panthers defense, it looks to be a good matchup for Waller to come out swinging as one of Carr's top targets. Even with all the new offensive weapons the Raiders have at their disposal, I still see Waller as Carr's safety blanket and number 1 receiver. And number 3, Josh Jacobs versus the Panthers front 7. Following a great rookie season, Jacobs is poised to have another great season, and there's no better way than to go up against a favorable matchup in the Carolina Panthers, who finished as the league's worst run defense. They do still have a solid defender in Brian Burns, but I believe our offensive line should be able to hold up and open up holes for Jacobs. This Raiders offense revolves around Josh Jacobs in this run game, and if he has a good game, then his whole offense will get rolling. Now let's get to the storylines of the game. I have 3 storylines for you guys, like always. Storyline number 1, no fans, no problem. Now, as you guys all know, with COVID-19, a lot of teams are not going to have fans throughout this whole year. And some teams might have fans coming in later, I don't know when. But this game in Carolina, there will be no fans. Some teams might have pre-recorded fan noise, but I don't see that really affecting the Raiders. Honestly, if you look at it, this could be an advantage for the Raiders in this offense. You have no fans to distract you on offense or defense, or just the stadium just getting crazy, which I don't see Carolina as that kind of place anyways. But looking at the Las Vegas Raiders as the away team, this helps them out, and I hope that they could go in and take advantage of this. Number 2, is this Derek Carr's year? Now, I don't care what anybody says. Derek Carr is my quarterback no matter what, until he's off of this team. This is the 7th year for Derek Carr, and I know there's been so many excuses for Derek Carr, but going into this season, I believe Derek Carr finally has all the weapons around him to do what he can do, and if he is the quarterback for this team, he will flourish in this offense. We still got guys like Henry Ruggs, Brian Edwards, we got Josh Jacobs, Darren Waller, and our offensive line is one of the top offensive lines in the NFL, maybe top 5. So if Derek Carr cannot get it done this year, then look for my cousin to come up and sneak up with that starting QB position. But this week 1 matchup is great for Derek Carr because it shouldn't be that hard. Now, I'm not taking anything away from Carolina. They could come out and have a good game, but Derek Carr should at least go out there and ball out. And last but not least, he's going to be wearing an arm sleeve in tribute of Kobe Bryant. So maybe Derek Carr can have that Mamba mentality throughout this whole season. Maybe MVP. Who knows? That's my QB. And number 3, the newly revamped defense. Now, the Raiders haven't been a top defense in like forever, but this year we added a lot of solid defenders on this team. We went out and traded for Raekwon McMillan. We signed Corey Littleton, Nick Kwiatkowski, Malik Collins, Carl Nassib, drafted Damon Arnett, just to name a few. And you cannot forget Jonathan Abram, who we drafted last year, who didn't play for the rest of the season, which I'm excited to see this season. I believe he's gonna ball out. There's a lot of potential for this team and this defense to be a top 15 defensive unit in the league. Now, I'm not gonna go as far as saying top 10, but top 15 at the best. I believe that we could do that. Even though the Panthers are a liability on defense, the offense, on the other hand, can be very explosive behind CMC and also wide out DJ Moore. They have a lot of other weapons on offense as well, but there's gonna be a good test for this defense, especially in coverage. And whoever's gonna be sticking, CMC, hopefully Corey Littleton, I hope they go out there and ball out. So this season, we will see if this is a new era for the Raiders defense or just another mediocre season. All right, Raider Nation, that's all I have for you guys today. I know it's been a very long time and I really do miss doing this, and shout out to everybody out there that hit your boy up and seen if I was okay, you know, if I was not dead and gone. But you know, because I've been gone for so long, ever since the NFL draft, a lot of things has been hitting your boy, you know, with just being busy with work and just life in general. But you know, I'm finally back and hopefully here to stay. I most likely will be going live after the game, so hopefully I get something set up. I'm gonna have a full schedule out hopefully by next week of how I'm gonna be doing the whole season, because I do want to stay consistent and I do want to have a schedule for you guys to know what's gonna be coming up. So Sunday I will be going live for just a post-game show, just go live with you guys, just talk over the game and just see what's going on. And then Monday I will have a fully edited recap of the game. So Raider Nation, look out for that. And if you're not subscribed already and you guys want to watch more Raiders content, I know there's a lot of other people out there that you could be watching, but you are here watching this video, and if you've gone this far, then why not subscribe and hit that like button, help your boy out grow and grow. I know we're almost at 20,000, and if we could get to 20,000 subscribers, who knows, I might do a giveaway. And just a little bit of news, you know, I don't know who's going to be out in the Vegas area, but for week 2, I believe it's the 20th and the 21st and the 22nd, I will be out in Vegas. So if anybody's in Vegas during that time or is going to be going to the game just to kick it, because I hear a lot of fans are going to be out there in Vegas, even though we can't go in the stadium, we're going to be getting turned for the Raider Nation. Just let your boy know down in the comments below, or just, you know, let me know. Hopefully we can hang out. I know a lot of people do like game score predictions. I start doing that a lot because, you know, I am kind of biased sometimes, even though I try not to be. But you know, if I was to pick a score, I would have the Raiders winning 55 to, I say, the Carolina Panthers 21, maybe all from Christian McCaffrey, because, you know, I'm going to need Christian McCaffrey to do pretty good because he's my #1 fantasy running back, but not too good, okay? Anywho, Raider Nation, that is all I have for you guys today. With that being said, this is your boy Simone Raider, and your boy is, yeah.